In this tutorial, I'm going to go through a detailed solution to the in-class convolution activity we had in class on February 20th. In that example, we had x of t equal to u of t minus u of t minus 2, and h of t was equal to u of t minus 3. If you sketch these, I'll draw them briefly up here. X of t turned on at 0 and turned off at 2. H of t turned on at 0 and turned off at 3. Alright, now what is y of t? Y of t is the convolution integral from minus infinity to infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. Now in this case we could possibly switch the order, but since x and h are so similar, it's not going to make much difference. So let's go ahead and substitute in our two signals. So the integral minus infinity to infinity of, put in parentheses, u of tau minus u of tau minus 2, that's x, and that's multiplied by u of t minus tau minus u of t minus tau, oops, sorry about that, minus 2. Close parentheses, d tau. Now as we said in class, we have the product of two sums or differences in this case, and we're going to use the FOIL method to work this out. So the first integral, minus infinity to infinity, first terms, u of tau times u of t minus tau d tau. Second term is minus, I'm going to bring that out front, integral u of tau minus 2 times, first, I'm doing it inside this time, u of t minus tau d tau. Then we have the outside, u of tau and u of t minus tau minus 2, integral u of tau times u of t minus tau minus 2 d tau. And lastly we have a minus times a minus, which is a plus, integral from minus infinity to infinity of u of tau minus 2 times u of t, oops, this should have been a 3, sorry, this minus 3, t minus tau minus 3, I'll fix that, d tau. First, inside, out, so this should be a 3. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, move this up a little bit. Alright, now for each of these products, the u is either 1 or it's 0. This first term is 1 when tau is greater than 0. The second term here is 1 when tau is less than t. So they're both 1 in the interval from 0 to t. So I'm going to do that. Equals the integral from 0 to t of 1 d tau. But t has to be greater than 0, so I'm going to put a u of t after it. It's not part of the integral. The second integration is going to go from tau greater than 2 to tau less than t. So now that's going to be 1 over the range from 2 to t, and the product is 1 d tau. And now t has to be greater than 2, so I have a u of t minus 2 afterwards. The third one is greater than 0, less than t minus 3. Integral from 0 to t minus 3 of 1 d tau, u of t minus 3. And lastly, we have plus the integral from 2, tau is greater than 2, and tau is less than t minus 3. 1 d tau. And again, this has to be greater than 2, so we have a u of t minus 3 minus 2, or u of t minus 5. Alright, now, the first integral of 1 is just t, evaluated at its limits 0 to t, u of t. Second integral, again, is just t, different limits though. This one goes from 2 to t, u of t minus 2. The third integral is t evaluated from 0 to t minus 3, u of t minus 3. And the last one, oops, sorry about that, is plus t evaluated from 2 to t minus 3, u of t minus 5. Sorry about that. Alright, so now, this first integral, evaluated at the limits, becomes t u of t minus t minus 2 u of t minus 2 minus t minus 3 u of t minus 3 and the last one is plus t minus 3 minus 2, or t minus 5, u of t minus 5. Now going back, this first one is 0 until t equals to 0, and then it's a positive slope line where the equation for the line is t. The second one, including this minus sign out front, is 0 until 2, and then at 2 you have a line with a negative slope, and the equation for this line is negative t plus 2, so that it's 0 at t equal to 2. The third one is a line that goes out till 3 and then drops down with the equation for the line minus t plus 3. And then the last one is a line that starts at 5 with this positive slope t minus 5. And if you add these together, what you find is that you have a trapezoid that starts 0 until 0, goes up in a positive slope until you get to 2, where it has a height of 2. Draw that in. And between 2 and 3, it has the height of 2, and then between 3 and 5, it falls down with a negative slope, and it's back to 0. That's it.